Right there. This all comes at a time as Congress is started investigating the deadly riot. The World watched last week as Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn described the racism he was confronted with as he defended the Capitol back on January 6th.
Yeah, Dunn was among 4 officers who testified before the committee investigating the riot, and tonight he's talking with Fox 5's Lindsay Watt.
A lot of eyes on that hearing. Officer Dunn says now more people are stopping him at the Capitol, stopping him at Costco to thank him, to tell him they support him. But there's also been more of that racism and ugliness he described to lawmakers last week.
It was a lot of pressure, but it needed to be done, and I'm grateful that I did it.
I wish they would have killed all you scumbags.
D.C. Officer Mike Fanone says he got a nasty, threatening voicemail that's now being investigated by the FBI.
Have you gotten any threats to that level?
Not to that level. A bunch of hate mail. Whatever.
There's been racist messages, including one with a noose, posted in online forums. Dunn says he does his best to stay away from the hate.
People want to talk about you, but nobody wants to talk to you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm available to talk if anybody wants to talk. I'll have those conversations.
Officer Harry Dunn laid out the racist attacks he and other black officers endured on January 6th.
No one had ever called me a while wearing the uniform of a Capitol Police officer.
He also called for lawmakers to look into former President Trump's role in the riot. Even as that hearing was happening, he says talking is therapeutic for him, and he's been open about the importance of mental health, especially for police. He says it was his own psychologist who helped him recognize his post-traumatic stress.
So when you have PTS, I don't look at it as a disorder, because you're still going and you're still getting up every day and facing the world, even when so many people are saying what you went through didn't exist or it wasn't that bad. So I look at PTS as a badge of strength.
As Capitol Police remain short-staffed, Dunn says he and others are working 6 to 7 day weeks. He says his rock in all of this is his 9-year-old daughter.
You know, it's weird because she's a small human. She just brings me such peace and some calmness. You know, it's great being around her. You know, she hugs me a little tighter, I hug her a little tighter.
Love seeing those photos. As for the select committee investigating the insurrection, Dunn says even if it leads to nothing, he's okay with it as long as lawmakers take it seriously.
So guys, what do you think about that? Do you think that former President Donald Trump should be held accountable for that incident that happened? And you know, I feel for this officer. I know a lot of people that watch my videos have contentions with law enforcement, but look, some people always say, well, we need to build that bridge of communication. We need to build the bridge of, you know, between police and community again. But like he said, that police officer, everybody wants to talk at you, but nobody wants to talk to you. Sit down with a guy, have a conversation, tell him why you're pissed at law enforcement. Because I do. I tell police officers and law enforcement officers, deputies, look, here's why I record, because of Chauvin, John Hubbard out of Aurora, Colorado, all these other people, Detroit, you know, just punching that guy in the face. All these bad cops that are out there doing bad stuff, and the good cops are like, I didn't see nothing. So I guess that don't make him a good cop, right? The guy in Mississippi walked up and tased the handcuffed guy, and the other cop's like, hey, I'm going to handcuff him and put him in the car. He didn't even grab the cop and go, yo, he's handcuffed, dude, back off. Didn't do that. So my point is, and I digress a little, we should sit down with these cops. Instead of sending them hate messages and hate mail all the time, sit down with them and say, look, here's why I'm pissed at law enforcement. Because this cop, Officer Dunn, it doesn't appear that he did anything wrong at the Capitol. But yet, you know, it sounds like the government, Congress and them are holding these police officers accountable for allowing people to go into the Capitol building. What are you going to do? You had, what? I don't know the number. I'm just going to say it, like, for example, 100 police officers standing at the Capitol and, you know, 750 people trying to get in. I mean, come on. That's like Custer trying to hold back the India. Where'd all these Indians come from? Oh, no. You know, it's like the captain of the Titanic. Where the hell did all this water come from? What are you supposed to do? You guys let me know what you think.